Pause. My eyes crawl to a table. Paralyzed by pairwise dice, lit in tears to this heaven slice of an angel wrapped in skin. Dice and woes of life. Love deprived, looking at her vibe. What's the meaning of life? One subjective paradise. Crystal shit in mirrors, moments reflected. Off the mirrors, pit, click, ringing from ear to ear. Cracking the raining rain, rekindle the flame. Close as she draws near. Say that, remove your underwear, shove it somewhere over there. In paradise, we know our purpose. In paradise, we know what our work is. In paradise, we manifest dreams. In paradise, truth is what you can see.
Ooh, hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of the Unpopular Hour. And yes, the truth is what you can see, and we are definitely doing that today here. You know where we're at. It's Wednesday, and every other Wednesday we're either at one spot or the other. And today, we are at one of my favorite places to eat. And if you've been here, it's one of your favorite places to eat. Ned's Starlite Lounge, located at 7301 North May Avenue, just north of 63rd and south of Grand Boulevard in Wilshire. Cannot miss it on the west side of the street. And you know what today is? Today is Wings Wednesday. Wings Wednesday. And of course, I've been grubbing up on some wings, enjoying myself today as much as possible. I forgot to even post the picture because I was at today. I should have done that earlier, but I did not do that for some dumb reason. I don't know. My head is not always on right. Most of the time it is, but not always. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. But anyway, I'm in Ned's for Wings Wednesday. If you've never been here, you are sorely missing out on some great food. And let me see, on Thursdays, of course, they have the fried chicken, liver, and gizzards, which is, man, I love their fried chicken and gravy with the rolls. Fantastic. And then, of course, if you're a liver and gizzards fan, I, of course, am not. It's good. It's good. For those of you who love it. Me, on the other hand, not so much. But it is a good time, and it's good food. And then, of course, Wednesday nights, they also, my boy Steve is here for their, for Karaoke Wednesday, and that is a fantastic deal. If you've never been here for that, you are sorely missing out on that. It's a lot of fun. People are in here, and they're having a very good time here at Ned's every Wednesday for karaoke. Now, me, on the other hand, I am a big fan of my boy Steve. Not necessarily that of karaoke. I'm really not a fan of that much of karaoke. To be honest with you, I'm not. But a lot of people are, and if you are, then come on by and check it out because it is a good place for you to have a good time. And, of course, it is Wings Wednesday. Hold on a second. I'm trying to get this done. $1.50 wings and wings. I thoroughly enjoy myself here. I'm sorry, guys. I kind of got distracted. But anyway, they're open Tuesday. With these flies are over here. I hate flies. I know that God has a purpose for them. I don't know what it is besides to annoy us. But anyway, they're closed on Mondays, but open Tuesdays and Wednesdays from 11 a.m. to 12. Thursdays and Fridays, they're open from 11 a.m. to 2 a.m. And then Saturdays, 10:30 to 2 a.m. Sundays, 10:30 to 3. And, of course, they're closed on Sundays early for brunch. And if you never had brunch, in fact, this Sunday I sent some people over here because I was working over at Santa Fe, and we had a tournament over here, and there was a bunch of people from out of state. And they were like, hey, where can I go eat brunch? And I'm like, well, to me, the two best brunch places for me are Ned's and Rococo. So I said both of them are really close to where we're at because Santa Fe is right there on 63rd and Broadway Extension. I said, so both of them are really close. One is right down the street on 63rd. Go to May, go north. It's right there. The other one is on 42nd and Western. I said, so either one of those places are fantastic to go. They do have catering, and if you have any catering events or catering needs, you can contact them at 405-801-0208. 0208. Hey, check them out. I mean, they do fantastic catering as well if that's something that you need. And like I said, man, I love coming here. Fried chicken is one of my favorites. And Wednesdays, I enjoy my Wednesdays, but I need to slide in here on a Thursday is what I really need to do because I want to get in for the fried chicken, not the liver and gizzards, but the fried chicken. So come in and enjoy it. So, man, I tell you what, I got some pushback yesterday on some of my segments, or one segment in particular, and we'll talk about that later when I did my NFL best combo for quarterback and coach. And I got a little pushback on it, and I didn't know why. And I'm like, well, I get their point, but for me, I don't really, I had to put it in there. It didn't make sense. I'm just not that big of a fan of the coach. But then they made the comment about Tua. Not that fan of a Tua, but I do like Mike McDaniel. So I had to acquiesce and redo that, and we will get into what I did there here in a little bit. But start us off in NBA news. I'm going to wait for my guy Drew Hinthorn of HuskerDrewPicks.com when he comes on because we're both Laker fans. And I'm a Laker fan. For those of you who don't know, it's me, Lakers 1, Thunder 1A. Okay, I'm a huge Thunder fan because we live here. But anytime they play the Lakers, I am a Laker fan first because I was a Laker fan from the time I was 12, 11 years old. And I'm not just because Oklahoma City got a team, I'm not going to put my team I had for years and years above the Thunder. But I'm a fan for the Thunder when they play anybody else except for the Lakers. But anyway, the Lakers are thinking about going into I can't even say this. Cap space hell. I can't even say it. For Austin Reeves. Are you kidding me? I like Austin, but why the hell would I overpay for a guy? And here I did this comparison. We did a comparison today. And here's Austin Reeves' numbers at the top. 10 points a game, 2.6 rebounds or assists, and 36% from three. That's his average. You got Grayson Allen. Well, actually, he's 40% because he was 36% last year. That's 36%. Yeah, he's 36%. I believe that's right. Let me see. Did I do that right? I was copying some stuff, and I want to make sure that I did get that number right. But I'm pretty sure that I did getting Austin Reeves' numbers right. 36.3% is what he shot from three. And Grayson Allen, who is comparable, or I guess you look at it, Grayson Allen plays for Milwaukee, 10.7, 1.9, and 40%. Patrick Beverly, which is just, I don't even know why you even got him in here, 3.7 assists, 38.9% from three-point shoot. I can't believe he shot that well. I don't remember him shooting that good. But 7.6 points per game. He's a defensive guy, which Austin does not and can't. 8.3 points per game, 2.5, 35% Mac McClung. And then 11.2, 3.4, 37% Kelly Olynyk. And I'm thinking, why would you go? Austin is $15 million, $20 million tops per year. Why would I spend $30 million on Austin Reeves? If you do that, this is why the Lakers are where they are, because of the bad decisions they keep making over and over and over and over and over. Now, did Austin Reeves jump from year one to year two? But the problem with the Lakers is he's a restricted free agent, which means if somebody wants to come in and screw the Lakers over, they can. So they can go in and offer him a bunch of money, and now all of a sudden they're going to make the Lakers match it, kind of what happened with DeAndre Ayton at Phoenix. You just go in there and you put somebody in cap hell because they're so intent in keeping him. And I'm like I said, I like Austin. I think he's a good player, but not $20 million, 15 tops. He's no better than Lou Dort. Lou Dort can at least defend somebody, but I can't see him. I'm not paying him more money than I would pay Lou Dort. I just can't see it. I don't know how you even put him in there. He's $15 million, maybe 20 tops a year is what I would give him because he is an upside. Now, if he continues to grow with this next contract, sure, I don't have any problem doing that. If he continues to grow, then I'll do that. But he got exposed in Denver. They just attacked him over and over and over. He did shoot the ball well, but, Austin is a very limited guy in what he can and cannot do. So I just don't get it. I really don't understand why the Lakers would even remotely think about doing that. And I do like the kid. Don't get me wrong. I'm not I'm not saying that he can't play. I'm not saying that he's a terrible player. I'm not saying any of that. What I'm saying is that he is not worth the Lakers going into cap space. Hell, they want to keep him. They want to keep Ruri Hachimura, and I get that. But you cannot sacrifice your team for those two guys. Those two guys are role players at best, and they're nice role players, but they're not worth going into, killing what you're doing, because you did a great getting out of where you were at, getting rid of Russell. You did a great job of getting out of cap space hell because you got rid of them. And then now you're going to go right back in it for two average players. That tells me that Jenny Buss is not or Pelinka are not the people that I thought, especially Bob Pelinka. But Jenny has to okay everything. So to me, a Jeannie. I'm like, what are you guys doing? What the hell are you doing? You go get me players who can play. You got Anthony Davis. You got a championship, cool. LeBron James, you got him, brought you a championship. Then, instead of building the team that you wanted to build, what you do, you listen to LeBron, and no matter what LeBron says, he can lie through his damn teeth, which drives me nuts. Bro, you're the one that wanted Russell. You're the one that wanted Carmelo. You did not want what the Lakers were doing. You could have got Buddy Hield. You had CP3. You had CP. You had all these guys, were not CP3, but KCP. You had a good team. You were ranked third or fourth in defense. You were rolling, but you didn't want to play with these guys. You wanted to play with your buddies to get them a championship. And so what'd you do? For 2 years, the Lakers floundered, a year and a half, because of your decision. And then, that tells me what kind of person you are. You don't even want to take credit for it. You're the one that decided. Take ownership of your decision. Yeah, granted, Rob Pelinka's the GM, but there's no way in hell he's going to go get Russell Westbrook. There's no way in hell he's going to get an AG Carmelo. And everybody knows, he had the trade set up already for Buddy Hield. You didn't want it, so they nixed it. You can't say that. I mean, this was your decision, and you ain't even taking ownership, but that's you. That's why I can't give you the greatest. That's why you're not in my top 5. You're number 6, but I'm not putting you in my top 5 simply because of what you're doing. I mean, you can't act like you're all that, because I'm sorry, you're in the East. Yeah, you went to all these finals, but you're in the East. As soon as you got in the West, look at you. Look at you. That's the reason why you kept your butt over there, and I've said that from day one since you were over there. Day one. Now, I'm going to get off my blood pressure is rising. I got to calm down. Now, Dennis Rodman saying that Larry Bird couldn't play in today's game. Somebody can just jump in on that, because I don't even know. I don't even know what to say to that. I mean, how can you even? He would kill in today's game. He would kill these guys because he was so fundamentally sound, goofiest looking dude you'll ever see in person. But there's absolutely no way that wouldn't happen. He would kill these kids today. And like I said, the stars back in the day, who were the stars, would have murdered these guys today. These guys today could not play back then. And, that's my trump card to all these idiots who are on TV talking about these guys. Oh, I know. You don't know jack about sports. You are a numbers person like Nick Wright. Drives me crazy. Dude, the question is, when you are the greatest of all time, can you do what you do in any era? Greatest of all time means no matter when you played, you're going to do what you did. That's what that means. But y'all throw that word around like it's nothing. It drives me insane that people do that. You're not the greatest of all time. You're the greatest of this generation. So that's my guy, Ben Dillman, High Stick Harry. What's up, bro?
Hey, what's going on, man? What are you talking
nothing,
about
man.
right now?
Just on my deal about how Dennis Rodman said that Larry Bird couldn't play in today's game.
I know exactly what you're talking about. He said he'd be a European player.
Yeah, European player.
Are you kidding me? Are you joking? Oh, man.
Dude, anyway, what I was saying was, when they talk about greatest of all time, it's really simple. Could you do what you did in any era? Kareem would kill these centers of today because Kareem could shoot the ball. He had a great touch, could shoot free throws, but that skyhook, when you go down there, I'm getting 2.
Oh, yeah, he was like a crafty Jokic back in the day.
That's exactly what he was. More skilled, without question.
Exactly. More skilled. I agree with that.
More skilled. And
nothing against Jokic, but just more skilled.
Way more
dominant.
talent,
a little more touch, a little more.
Way more
dominant.
Way more dominant. So, but anyway, that's my thing with that, is that Dr. J back in the day would kill these kids. You can't touch them. Allen
Oh,
Iverson back in the day playing in today's game. No,
AI, my
no,
man.
no, no. You're wasted. You're throwing that stuff, and that's the deal I have with the young generation. Y'all are soft as hell. That's not the word I really wanted to use, but they're
Oh
soft.
yeah,
They're
baby poop.
soft.
Yep, got it. Soft. That's what. Whenever you said that about Bird, I was taken back. I could not believe that was even an option. You should never be able to say that.
Yeah,
Larry Bird.
dude.
Oh, yeah, he's a goofy looking tall white, but he can play basketball.
Yeah, that is just the most ridiculous thing I've ever
Yeah.
heard in my life. When I saw that,
White
I'm
man
like,
can jump, the kind of thing. Like, he's
yeah,
there.
I'm just like,
Man.
yeah,
Yeah, that was a little off the radar. I think they need to take the microphone away from him, to be honest. So
yeah,
like
that.
they just need to stop. People need to stop interviewing him. They just do it for clickbait because
I
he
mean,
just
they
says
do because it's Dennis
outlandish.
Rodman.
He says outlandish
Yeah, but
things.
this was on Vlad TV. So Vlad TV, Vlad. I don't know if you ever seen it, but Vlad TV, he interviews people, and
No, he lets it fly.
Now
Yeah.
he does. Now he does it. Now I will say that I've watched. I look at some of his interviews. 90% of the people he interviews, I have no interest in listening and don't care what they have to say. But I do like a lot of the interviews he does do. I will say that I am, 10%, 1 out of every 10, maybe 2 out of every 10 that he does. I'm like, okay, I'll sit there and I want to listen to what this guy has to say.
Yeah.
Like I listen to John.
I feel like he has two mouths. Like he'll talk out of one end and one end.
Talking about
one
Dennis
way and
Rodman.
the other way. Yes.
Yeah. But I was talking about Vlad TV. That's what I was talking about.
Oh yeah. Flash.
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, so I don't. Rodman to me, dude. Look, he had a good time. There's no
Man,
question. He had
not even a good. Like he was a great player.
Yeah, he was a great player.
But
And I mean, I'm just saying is that
him
partying
and Pippen
wise.
both think him and Pippen both think they belong up there with Jordan. They just
Well,
don't.
no.
I just don't know how to
He
tell him.
doesn't. He does. He defended Michael. He talking about Scotty. He talking about, I don't know what Scotty's problem is, and Scotty's mad because Scotty's ex-wife is sleeping with
Yeah,
Jordan's
no,
son.
I get that.
That's what that is.
That is some wild
That's
stuff.
he's sleeping with Michael Jordan's son.
Yeah,
and the
no,
problem with her
that's-
is, how do you sleep? How are you having sex and dating a kid that you grew up, that was a little kid when you knew him, and now you're his
You
girlfriend?
probably walked him around the arena holding his hand.
You know what I'm
when he was a
saying?
kid.
I don't.
Yeah, that's a little
I have
strange
a. I
for me.
mean,
Little strange for me.
Yeah, you know when he was a little high school, little young, junior high school. I mean, how you're a grown woman? What in the? But of course,
And I want to know how Mike feels about it.
I don't think Mike cares.
I think he's laughing about it.
I think
he's
he's definitely doing that, but I don't think he cares. His son is 30 years old. He don't 30-something years old. He don't
got
really.
a cigar in his mouth. He's
Yeah,
laughing.
he don't give a shit. He's just sold. His part $2 billion. He just made $2 billion. He don't.
He's probably egging him on, high fiving him on the way out.
Especially since Scotty is saying all the things that he's saying. That reminds me. What about Tito getting an 8-year extension? We're going to talk about that in a minute. Tito Meyer.
Yeah, that was massive.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that in a little bit, and then also videos of Victor Wembanyama. He couldn't make a shot, and I was like, he's shooting. We've all
had my days.
I mean, there's days when you in hockey you can't make a putt. I mean, you can't make a shot. I mean, it's carrying off the side,
you're missing
the
net.
top.
Yeah,
You're missing. I mean,
it's off angle,
off time. Whatever.
Your way.
Yeah, I mean,
sometimes life just isn't in it.
Hey, you don't have days. There's going to be days like this. There's no question.
Mm-hmm.
But the interesting thing is, the 30th, free agency starts on the 30th.
That's going to be interesting.
NBA free agency starts, so that's going to be interesting to see.
And then I know Harden has like his $35 million option.
Tomorrow.
He still has, I think he has a day. Yeah, he has a day left to figure that out.
Make that decision. Yeah, and I'm sure he knows he might as well stay there. Nobody wants him.
Nobody's going to pay him that amount of money.
No,
I'm telling you right now.
He thought he was going to go back to Houston. Houston basically closed that door with their draft picks. No, we don't want you.
Sorry, bud.
And the whole thing is, he would stop their growth of that team. So
yeah, I think that's what he's done to pretty much almost every team since the Thunder. I mean, if you really look at it, none of the teams that he went to succeeded.
Nope.
The furthest he got was being the best sixth man in the league and not having an ego, not having all that kind of stuff. And I think whenever he moved out and got that big contract, he lost a lot of that.
But
and,
you know what? Though,
I think that he lost that edge. You know how it is. you have that edge on you. You have that chip on your shoulder. Then you get that big contract, and then you're like, all right, well, I don't really need to work hard anymore.
Yeah,
You know, I mean, he showed up. You know what, 50 pounds overweight or whatever it was. He was just eating pancake
he just
batter. I
doesn't
have
care,
no
man.
idea what
Just
he was doing.
he don't
Like,
care. He don't care.
oh yeah.
I met
And
him,
then
and
2 weeks later, he lost 30 pounds. You're
yeah.
like,
I mean, I met the kid. I met the guy. He's an asshole. He's a jerk. He
oh
really
yeah,
is.
I've
He's
met
a
him too.
douche,
I've
man.
never really liked
He's
his
a douche.
personality, but
He's a douche.
whenever he was here in Oklahoma City, though, he was doing great things.
No,
so
but he wasn't.
I
He was
mean,
a douche. That's what I mean. He's a douche, man.
oh, that's
The
when you
whole
met him.
thing
He's
is,
a douche here.
when you meet somebody and you see the surface of him,
Was it?
he's a
Yeah,
douche.
that's how it was with me and Russell.
Yeah, he's a douche, man. He's a
Yeah, I
douche.
served Russell multiple times and
He's a douche.
never had a good run-in with him. It was
Yeah.
never. It was always just a pain in the butt,
Yeah.
to be completely
I'm gonna
honest.
tell you
So
this.
I really I'd appreciate it if he just didn't come into my restaurants instead of
Yeah.
coming to the restaurants that I work at.
I agree.
So,
And then I'm gonna get a shout out to my girl Lauren Ashley when she put him in his place inside of Mickey Mantle's when he tried
Love
to
it.
go behind my back when we were out hanging out after a Thunder game, and she went off on him. And I came back to the bar and had a shot of Don Julio 42, and everybody was giving me a standing ovation. Came out of the bathroom
Love
because
it.
she completely embarrassed him and made him
yeah,
leave
well, I mean,
the restaurant.
he
So shout
embarrassed
out to my girl
himself,
Lauren
and
Ashley.
also, yeah, and also, I mean, the rest of the organization and everything else. I mean, when you do that, you're speaking for everybody. You got to
Yep.
keep your head up. You got
Yep.
to know what you're doing.
Now, I am looking forward to Monday because tomorrow we're going to go into a little bit more detail tomorrow and Monday because the Thunder starts Summer League on Monday.
That'll be nice.
So we're going to go into detail. I'm going to go in a little bit, do their roster a little bit, and then on Monday I'm really going to go into detail about it that night. But tomorrow we're going to give a nice little talk about the Thunder and what they're doing with Summer League.
And they do little groups of 4 for their summer league, right?
What do you mean?
Like teams of 4, like that. I mean, like saying,
Well, no,
like,
this is what they do, Ben, is they're having the pre-deal, and in our particular summer league, we're going to have the Jazz, the Grizzlies, and the Sixers. And
that's
then
what I was saying,
this is
yeah,
the
so, like,
pre-one. This is the pre-one. The real summer league starts
Gotcha,
the 7th. But
Gotcha.
like with Victor Wembanyama, we'll see him Monday as well when the Heat, Lakers, Spurs, Warriors, and Kings.
Yeah, and then I saw he was not going to be in the FIBA this year.
No, he's not doing FIBA. No way.
Yeah,
No way.
no, I mean, I agree with it. I think that's a good call. Yeah.
I mean, would you let him in if you were a coach? I mean, they put a squash to that quickly. If you're gonna get hurt,
I don't know how it works in basketball, but I know in hockey you're not even allowed to. Like for even the Olympics, like you're not even allowed to go over there.
You can. You can. I mean, but more players are not doing it.
Well, yeah, number 1 draft pick of a unicorn like that. Yeah, I don't think he's probably.
It's about time he showed up, Steve. My boy Steve Williams just showed up. He's here late. Normally he's here early, but he's a little late today. Anyway, Ben, go ahead.
Yep, but I think the FIBA is like a great opportunity to grow the game, and I think for France in general, having a great player like that would be awesome. But obviously his career's a little
yeah, because it's
worth
the world.
a little more.
It's the world
Worth a little
championships.
more. It's worth a little more than FIBA at this point.
Yeah, it really is. And I mean, you can't blame any of these guys. And a lot of those
not
guys
at all.
aren't
Not
going over
one
there
bit.
playing simply because you cannot take the chance on something happening. You absolutely can't do it.
And I hope that he plays, for his Olympic team. I think that would be awesome.
Yeah, but that's the Olympics. That's different.
I know what you mean. Yeah, FIBA's the every year deal.
Yeah, but this is the world. So it's every 2 years, and this is the world's, and I mean, his career. You're talking about a potential him making $300, $400, $500 million. You're not going to take a chance on
after
that.
advertisement.
Yeah,
if he does this right, plays for 15 years, he'll be a billionaire.
Oh yeah. There's no doubt.
If he does this right, yeah. If he does this right
right
and plays everything and plays for over 10, I'd say over 10 years, I think he'll be a billionaire with all that stuff that he's going to get.
Now, what I did do, Ben, though, when we're talking about the Thunder and what's coming up, and I'm going to do that probably more tomorrow because, dude, when you look at the Thunder roster this year and the salaries that we're paying these guys, and I was looking at that and I'm looking at the salaries we're paying guys, and I'm just going, okay, like, I'll just kind of go over it really quick.
Yep.
Where is it? I thought I put that in there, but I didn't. Let me see. I thought I had put it in there, but I did not put it in there. Oh, here we go. When you're looking at the stats, dude, I looked at that, and I was just like, Ben, I'm going, we're paying what? I mean, what we're paying some of these guys, I mean, like Lindy Waters makes more than Aaron Wiggins. I'm just going, now, of course, his contract came up before. But I'll
run it down for you real quick.
Yeah. it's there. I can't really see it right now because of the glare from the lights. But I know SGA is at
Yeah,
30.
Lenny
Josh
Waters
is
is
at
at almost $2 million.
Yep.
Wiggins is, he's under that. He's at 1.8. So
Yep.
that's crazy.
Yep.
But you got SGA obviously at 33. You got Dort at 15 and a 15
Which
and
is
a quarter.
what about Austin? Austin should be making.
Reeves.
Yeah, he's not better than Lou Dort. I mean, that's crazy.
Nope,
You're
I
paying
agree
him more
completely.
than Lou Dort. You're stupid.
And Chet's making 10.3. Then underneath that, everybody's underneath.
And Chet
10.
hadn't played yet.
Yep. And everybody underneath that they're all underneath 10 underneath that. We have one $33 million guy. Everybody else is lower than that. So,
yeah,
we don't have a guy over 7 million underneath Chet. So we have 3 guys over 10, and then that's it.
Yeah, so we'll go into detail about it, really, for tomorrow. Yep. We'll go really in deep about
every single player on our team is very, we have a massive, hole to fill. I really feel like we could, I know Al Horford didn't play for us, but, I feel like that could have been, a great, you need,
they wanted him for trail bait. They wanted him for trade bait.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, but I'm saying they need a vet like that, a guy that can come in, kind of control the locker room a little bit, tell them how to, how to practice, how to eat food, how to do all this kind of crap, how to spend your money, how to do different things like that. And then he just needs to make about middle of the road money. And I think that would really help out our team.
I agree 100%. We got to we're way under the salary cap, so we're really, really good. So we can go out and get somebody. But my real feeling being is that, one, the Thunder are going to stay pat at where they're at. Yep. Then they're going to turn around and go, okay, let's see where we're at this year. And because by the middle of the year, you're going to know what Chet is or Chet isn't. I mean, we're going to know what he is and isn't. You're going to know.
That's the big question mark right now. Yep. Is he going to be a great addition? Is he going to be the player that we drafted him for? Is he going to do all that? And is he going to earn this money? I mean, his contracts only go up the next couple of years.
Right. Well, he's a second overall pick, so it's already set. When you're like NFL and NBA, those first round, you're set. This is how much money you're making. So there's no negotiation. Same way too. Yeah, just how much money you're making, because they get out of, because a lot of Grant Hill, when he came out, he was making $50 million, and which was just ridiculous.
I remember the Sam Bradford deal and all that stuff. Yeah, I mean, it got out of hand very quickly.
Yeah, it did. So I'm just.
And I think it was all due to the Eli thing, where was it Eli that wouldn't go to the team that he got drafted to?
Yeah, he didn't go. He didn't go to the Chargers. He wouldn't go to the net. So, which is the question is.
That's what that sparked it.
Yeah, and then the only question is what's Caleb going to do next year? I mean, what team would you not want to go to? Really, think about, what team is going to could be the possible overall number one?
It's more or less what city do you not want to go
to?
I think.
Would you like to? Where would? You know what I'm saying? There's some teams. Would you want to play for the Colts? You know what I'm saying?
There's no way that he plays for the Colts because they just drafted a quarterback 4th overall, so they're not.
Yeah, but Richardson he's a project, dude.
Yeah, he's going to be something like Lamar if he can work it out.
Hopefully.
He just got to.
But the problem is he hadn't played enough games yet. It's kind of like.
I agree.
It's kind of like
he's got a lot of proof.
It's kind of like Trey Lance. He hadn't played enough. He hadn't played enough. Yeah, he's played
what?
What
a shit storm that is.
Oh, you're talking about in San Francisco? Yeah.
Yeah, holy crap.
Yeah,
you got to be just not happy about that.
Yeah, it's. But the thing is this: if him getting hurt last year hurt, that killed him getting hurt, because then you're going to really get to see where he was. And that's what they said. They were basically sacrificing last year to say, okay, we've got a team, we got a good enough defense. We've got some pieces around this kid. If we're going to see what he does, here's the year that we can do that. And then he gets hurt, and then.
Oh, and it really sucks. And you have Christian McCaffrey trying to throw passes in the conference finals.
Yeah, but that's because Brock Purdy came in.
Yeah.
That's because Brock Purdy came in and got hurt.
Everything went down. The whole thing just burnt down to the ground.
Burnt down, which is really sad.
Because imagine if Purdy would have went out and he was healthy and he just came in and had a great conference championship game. You know what I mean? Holy crap! that would have been.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what I mean? He would have changed his entire thing. They probably wouldn't have even re-signed Purdy if he'd have came out and played good, but he wasn't healthy.
Well, block somebody and then your quarterback don't get hurt.
Yeah, yeah.
Block somebody. So that being
That's
said, let's go ahead and thank our sponsors, Collaborative Logic. I want to thank these guys for keeping me up and running and moving and grooving. Appreciate those guys keeping us, keeping everything working and ready to go. In fact, I've got to take my computer into them because I still got to fix a couple things with my Stream Deck, which they can't fix. Well, I'm like, how come y'all can fix it? They go, no, we can't fix it. You have to actually bring the Stream Deck and the computer in. We actually have to have it in front of us to put the bolt.
But man, is it nice
together.
and they can fix it away from time. Like,
Oh
holy
man,
crap.
yeah,
That
it's
is
great.
such a huge deal.
Huge deal. I mean, I'm excited about that. But anyway, they're great. SRB, if you have engineering, surveying, or planning, contact our guy Mark Long over there, Oak Grove Trucking, and our guy Jose Fierro.
Jose!
At Oak Grove Trucking. If you got any rocks or dirt to be moved, Greg and Max Nafee at Nafco, taking care of us as always. And then YNB. In fact, I'm going to be there tomorrow afternoon. YNB, family owned and operated since 1912. They are the bank that makes things happen. They're an equal housing lender and a member of the FDIC, and a proud sponsor for us to go out and support minority, women, and black-owned businesses in the Oklahoma City area. In fact, we were at one of our favorite places yesterday, George's Happy Hall. In fact, Ben, I was in here talking to a man and a lady here at Ned's, and he goes, where do you go? And I said, well, I'm at George's. And he and his wife go, oh, we love George's. They're greens. I was like, okay, you're cool. Then you understand. They go, oh, yeah, we love George's. Their greens are unbelievable. I go, yeah, I agree.
Yeah, collard greens.
Oh, man, it's so good, so good. But anyway, you can pre-qualify online at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com. Or you can go in and see the guys at the main bank. Ken has Joe Horn and Nathan Taylor, and Carson Wright. You go in and see those guys over there. YNB East on the Parkway and US 66. YNB Mustang, 218 North Mustang Road. YNB Parkway, which is on Garth Brooks and I-40, just south of I-40 there on Garth Brooks. And then YNB Peoples, go in and see my guy Eddie or Dennis. That's my bank. It's the one I go to at 6201 Northwest 23rd between Rockwell and MacArthur, one of my favorite places that I always go. And then, of course, we are at Ned's Starlight Lounge today for Wings Wednesday.
Hell of good wings,
oh
too.
man, they're so good, man. I've got wings and rings. I'm doing my thing. But anyway, they are closed on Mondays and open Tuesdays through Tuesdays and Wednesdays from 11 to 12. And then on Thursdays and Fridays, they're open from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., 2 a.m. And then Saturdays, 10:30 to 2 a.m., Sundays, 10:30 to 3. One of the best brunches in Oklahoma City. If you're going for lunch or dinner, that they have a poblano gravy chicken fried steak. It is it's pretty
phenomenal.
Good. It's pretty good.
It is phenomenal. I started doing that poblano gravy at the house, and I can't help it.
Yeah,
so it's great freaking spot.
Oh, it's great spot. And then of course USA Men's Soccer tonight, St. Kitts versus Nevis in the Gold Cup. We are the defending champions. That is tonight, 28th, 8:30 p.m. on Fox. Should be on FS1, I'm assuming. That's probably where it's going to be. And it's going to be in St. Louis. And I cannot wait for the World Cup to be here in 2 years. I'm so excited about that, bro. I cannot wait for the World Cup.
Yeah, I'm excited they're getting everything together.
Yeah.
It'll be a good test, because I know that's one of the sites, is it not?
Yes, I believe it's Kansas City, St. Louis,
They're
Dallas.
using that old football field that the Rams used to play.
Right?
Mistaken.
Yes. So they got all that. Dude, this is gonna be great. Go ahead.
Are they doing natural grass?
They're gonna. I mean, I think that's part of it. They're doing the places where they have grass. I believe.
Yeah. See,
well, no, that's not true because Jerry World don't have natural grass.
Yeah, but I think that's a big fight with the football players right now. So I think they're bringing in natural grass for every single stadium because the soccer players will not play on it. Yeah, like they won't play on turf. So I believe they're bringing it all in, and all these football players are pissed off because of they say that every single injury happens on turf fields, which is not absolutely true, but a lot of them.
Well, they're saying you get more injuries. And now that's actually proven. They've showed that they did studies on how many injuries that wouldn't happen on grass.
Yep, Von Miller's a big advocate for it. I know he's up in there in the NFLPA, and he's doing a lot of crap for it. But
so
they're arguing because they're bringing over these fields for the soccer
Well, they're going to keep
World
them. They're
Cup,
not. They're going to
and
keep
they're
them.
like, why can't we just protect all of the football players that are over here every week?
Well,
So which
what
I
they're going
get,
to do,
I
Ben.
get there.
I think that's the NFL's way.
Yep.
Of,
Like Arizona has that, they
but
can roll
Arizona,
theirs out into the
remember
parking lot. I mean,
Arizona's.
you've seen that one?
Yeah, but the problem with Arizona's is there's this. It's something about it. It's all messed up. They're not doing
It's
it right.
weird.
It's weird because
Weird.
it's a terrible field.
And you've seen the European stadiums where they can literally change from turf to grass, and like it literally like it's a conveyor belt almost. Like it literally like I don't know if you've seen those.
Yeah,
It's
but
very impressive. I'll send you a video on that if you haven't.
I
But it
think
is
what it
wild.
is, with the NFL is those teams that's just places that are indoors. You can't have grass field.
Well, no, I mean, but you roll it out like Arizona does.
Yeah, but
You got to figure it out. Like, I mean, all those stadiums in Europe and stuff, like I was saying about soccer, I mean, those are, obviously $1 billion stadiums and stuff.
But yeah,
and they
man,
rotate it out.
But man, you got to think about that. When they built this, they built the stadium that was built that way with that in mind.
They all need to change that.
Now, how would you do that? You'd have to go in the construction, the major renovations you'd have to do to make that happen.
You definitely have to. Yep, and the owners don't want to do that, which I understand, but they're going to have to because these players are going to end up winning.
Yeah,
so
I don't know.
They're going to have to. They're going to have to figure it out.
I don't know. I don't know how that. You know what I'm saying, B? I don't know exactly how that would work because when I look about that, when I look at that, I think
with the whole turf thing.
Yeah,
it's
because I mean, let's take Lucasville in Indianapolis. How would you reconfigure it for that? You'd have to go back in. Where are you going to put it? What about the parking lot? How are you going to build a hole in the stair? You going to dig underneath? I mean, what are you going to? I mean, I would imagine the.
So
my
whole thing is that yes, that's going to be difficult, but like, how much does the NFL make a year? In revenue is like
no. I'm with you.
17 point. Okay, I just looked it up. $17 billion were made last year in the NFL. Okay, so I think we can afford to put some grass in.
No, I get it, but that's what I'm saying. I think that's what this deal is with the World Cup. That's the NFL's way of getting.
Is that how they picked those locations? Is the only places that had natural grass already there because they knew the NFL stadiums wouldn't turn over to grass?
Well, I mean, you got to think about it. Jerry World does not.
Yeah,
but it has the open roof.
That's what I'm curious about.
But
they're going to have to bring it in.
And then you got Houston? They don't. Kansas City is outdoor, and I think Kansas City's is there turf or is there? I think aren't they real grass? Isn't Kansas City real grass in Arrowhead?
I believe so. I feel like that's part of their whole thing.
See, I was thinking that isn't that real? See, I thought it was real grass for whatever reason. Because I know when I went there in the '90s, it was real grass because I went on the field.
So we got the Commanders. Here, hold on. 12 more says.
You talking about sites? Well, you got.
Oh no, I'm talking about the state, like the actual stadium. So let's see. The Kansas City Chiefs, like you said, they got Bermuda grass.
Okay.
Chicago Bears, Kentucky bluegrass.
Okay.
Then we got Green Bay Packers. They got Deso. I don't know what the hell that is. Miami, Bermuda, Arizona, Bermuda, San Francisco. They got a mix of rye and Bermuda.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got the Washington football team, Baltimore Ravens, Philadelphia Eagles, Bucks. So about half the league. Buccaneers, Broncos,
all the ones with outdoors.
Raiders,
All the ones
Titans.
with outdoor stadiums.
Yeah, they all got pretty much all of them got Bermuda or Kentucky bluegrass, which is a fine seed.
Well, the problem is also with that too, though, Ben, is that in order to have the Super Bowl, you have to be in a warm climate like a Miami or Tampa or an LA.
I think Green Bay is the only surprise for me on there.
Yeah, but they've always been like that, though. I mean, they probably have it down. They've been a team since 19.
That's probably part of their whole
30-something. So
schmear.
If you're outdoor, for you to have turf if you're outdoor is dumb.
So 16 natural grass NFL fields, and none of them are the ones that they're going to.
Well, they're on the Chiefs.
Yeah, Chiefs. Chiefs are the only one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It says St. Louis is turf.
Okay, so St. Louis is turf. They're changing. Dallas is changing.
They're all going to
Kansas
change,
City. Kansas. Well, let me see. You're doing
Kansas City's
Dallas.
there.
You're doing Dallas.
Houston's going to.
Well, you're doing Dallas and Houston got to change. Now you're out there in SoFi, so SoFi would have to change,
That's going to be awesome.
which I don't know
That's a
why.
beautiful
Oh
stadium.
God! But I don't know why you wouldn't
Just do grass
grass. I
originally.
mean, because
A lot
it's
of those
open. You know, it's
stadiums.
open on the sides anyway. I mean, it's
So those stadiums, they do turf because for concerts they can fill in the turf with seats, and with grass it really ruins it. Obviously, with all the thousands of people down there. So I like and all the weight sitting on it. So like I know 100% that that's why. Like for in
well, the
LA and
Chiefs.
like
They
all
used
the
to
like
do
in
concerts.
Dallas.
They used to do concerts at the Chiefs at Arrowhead. There've been plenty of
Yeah, but
concerts there.
I'm telling you, it's different than it is like now that like because they're learning from their old mistakes. I'm telling you, like when Garth Brooks comes to town for 4 days in a row, and you got seats and people out there in boots, running around. I mean, I'm just saying it's
Okay,
going to
well, the
ruin that
question
whole
is, what do
crowd.
you do at that point?
That's why they do turf.
I
That's
know, but what do you
exactly
do
why
as
they
an
did
NFL
turf.
team? Do you go ahead and do you
No,
say?
you hold it out a baseball stadium, and not the football stadium.
Is
Is
that
what
what
you
you do?
do. That's exactly. I mean, it's not as many seats, but that's what you do. I don't know how to.
Oh
Grass is
man,
grass. You can only do so much with it.
yeah. And the Women's World Cup is starting soon, so I can't wait
Yep,
for
that's gonna
that.
be awesome.
What are your feelings on the women
Oh, we're
going
gonna
for
win
our fourth
for sure.
for our fourth?
Yep, gonna win for sure.
Oh wait, this is our third in a row. This will be our third in a
Yeah,
row.
it'll be third in the row.
Yeah, we have four total, but this is our third in a row. And we should have won a few years ago had our coach not choked against Japan. I'm still pissed about that when we lost to Japan. I'm like, what are you doing? I mean, we were so conservative and just, I'm like, dude, why are we not being aggressive? We're so much faster,
Yeah,
more athletic than them, and we're playing conservative, and we didn't get beat. Of course, she ends up getting fired, and we have won two in a row since. So it pissed me off. I was like, I'll never forget I was watching. I was so mad. Oh,
starts
man, I was
tomorrow,
pissed.
doesn't it?
No, it's in July.
Oh, I thought it said 21 hours.
No, it's in July. We play the July
Yep, July
21st.
July 21st.
July 21st. Yep. We go against Vietnam, which, I mean,
Which one?
what? What do you mean? South or
I'm
north?
joking. I'm
South or
joking. I'm
north?
joking. I'm
South
joking.
or north? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I'm joking. I'm
Really,
joking.
south or north? Most people don't even know there was a South and North Vietnam, Ben. You
Yep,
know that,
I
right?
know.
You know
I
that,
know.
right? You gotta be old.
Sad day.
You gotta be older.
It's another sad day.
And then we played the Netherlands, which ought to be a very good match. And then we have Portugal. So we have the Netherlands on the 26th, and then Portugal on August 1st. So we do Friday, Wednesday, Tuesday.
That's a good
So
little schedule.
yeah, it's a good schedule. I'm excited, man. That's
I
the
like no. I'm excited they're going to be on late night because I'm bartending, so I'm gonna be up there like at 2 a.m. I'm gonna turn the game on and be like, hell yeah, let's
yeah.
go.
That's on a Tuesday. You won't be there.
Yeah, you're right.
The one Friday is at 8 o'clock, and then following Wednesday at 8 o'clock. So you'll be at the bar doing just like you do hockey. You have the one
Yep,
TV on
I think a
right
couple
above.
of these girls are wives to some like pretty famous like NHL and NBA players or NFL players. Like Julie Ertz is Zach Ertz's
Zach Ertz's
wife.
wife.
Yeah, I'm
That's
trying to
pretty
think of
well.
the other.
I don't know if there's any more. She may be the only
There's
one.
another one. I
Is
know
there?
it is. I know it's a hockey player's. It's either sister or wife, but I'm not gonna look it up.
Yep. But anyway, so it's gonna be excited to see that. And then now let's go ahead and get to hockey news because I'm sure Drew is. We're gonna try to wait for a while before we do Henthorn, so we come on there.
Yep.
Okay, the
Sounds good.
draft is tonight, my friend.
Oh, it's gonna be good.
And 1 through 4 are set, aren't they, Ben? I mean, is there any question about that?
Yeah, the only one that might not be set is the Will Smith pick, but I think he's going to be there. I think it's pretty much locked in as well. Yeah, I mean, I'll go through this and run through it if you want me to. But Bedard obviously going to go to the Blackhawks. Fantelli to the Ducks. He's going to be a great addition to their young players.
Now, are
out
both
there.
of these guys forwards or one at the defenseman? Bernard's a
They're both
defenseman.
they're both centers. So
Okay,
like
centers.
a lot of players, you got to adapt and learn how. So like Fantelli is going to be a left winger / center. He's going to be able to play both. So like on the power play, you can kind of put him in either spot. But like I don't, the average fan doesn't realize how important faceoffs are. So like if you're better than the other guy, you want that guy. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So you want that guy in there, and then you also want a guy that can also. Like we used to spend 4 hours doing face-offs just after practice. Like that was like we'd only do face-offs, me and another guy. Like so, like so you learn how to do what you're doing. So like Bedard is only a center. He's only going to be in that one position, and it's because he's so damn fast. He's going to be able to play like as a center. You have to play defense as well. You're the first defenseman back as a forward, if that makes sense. Like you're the first guy back to help. So and then you have to be the last, last guy to leave. So like you're in that position. So with him being there, and then with Fantelli being able to play center left wing, I think it's going to be good. They're going to be able to throw him in different spots. They can, toss it around. So him and Zegras will be really great.
Right.
And then if you're going to the third one, and I really do think that the Blue Jackets got absolutely screwed. If they would have had Bedard, it would have been awesome. It would change their whole entire thing around. But the fantasy draft, or not the fantasy draft, the lottery draft is the way it is. But Leo Carlson, he's also a center left winger. He does a little bit of both. So which is good. So you can, like I said, you can fit him into positions. If he needs to kill penalties, if he needs to do something else, he can take a face off. He can slide over. That's kind of how I was. And then you got Will Smith to the Sharks. That pick's going to be a little bit. That one's going to be up and down. I don't know if them and Mitch Goff are going to be switched between them and the Canadians. So we'll see where the Sharks go. But I do think they're going to go Will Smith with a center. They're very bad up the middle. So I think they're going to take that pick. And that, like I said about Mitch Goff to the Canadians, they tend to pick French Canadian or Russians usually. So that makes sense to me. And then like you had over here, oh man, this one's a good one. Ryan Leonard to the Flyers. So I think that he's going to be a good pick here. He's a center. He's going to go up the middle. He's going to have they just traded away a couple of players last night for just late round picks, 6th and 7th round picks, and like some old guys. So I think they're going to need somebody in there to fill. Yeah, some older men. Their suitcases. They've been traded around a few times, so they just live in there. So yeah, you got that, and then Axel Sedin Palinka, good one. I think that the Caps are going old. Ovi's going out. Backstrom's going out. You got all these guys that are that have been long time Caps, and they're all about to retire here in the next couple of years. So whatever they can do to fill a hole, I think that's a good pick. Zach Benson, the Red Wings, I think they're a great young team. It's going to be good for him to go over there, give him a little more depth. And then we got Drew's Blues, coming up. So we got them 2 picks, 10th and the 25th. Which,
yeah. Well, these are 2 guys they have them picked.
I think it's pretty much over. I think that's what they have. Yeah, that's they're going to get. These names are hilarious. If you're looking at it, you can see them, but I'm not even going to try and
pronounce
them. But Bruins, they made that trade yesterday. And your Stars, they traded a lot to get Jason Robertson.
Yeah, my Stars are screwed, dude. We're way.
No, they're not. They're not screwed at all.
No. I mean, as far as draft picks,
they have an amazingly young team.
No. I'm talking as far as getting anything.
They have a top 10 player coming in next year in the league, like with Justin Robertson. So they're going to be just fine. Same with the Bruins. It's going to be weird. We have to figure out what we're going to do with Marchand and Bergeron, and if they even want to play Krejci, those guys. So we traded for that deal yesterday. So got a couple more defensemen, got some things going on. But it should be a decent draft. The first 4 picks, like you said, are pretty much locked up. But I think that 4th pick is a swinger. So I'd say the first 3 are all locked up.
Now, how are you? Are you have to work tonight? So you're going to be able to watch it? Well,
it'll be on.
Well, I'm just saying you'll get the first. Well, you don't get it starts at 7, so you'll be at home when that starts, right?
Yep, I'll be here for the first round, pretty much. It goes pretty quick in hockey. You pretty much know what you
like.
You know
basketball.
what you need.
Basketball went really fast.
Yep. So you can see the basketball one did actually go very quickly.
It went real quick. Surprised. Yeah, it went real quick.
Yeah, obviously NFL, you got to was it 52, 53-man roster or something like that? So
yeah, but the NFL but they take so long to make their decisions. Yeah. Basketball is like, okay,
Well, it's also a much more valuable business if you really look at it, and they make way more money than everybody else.
No, that's true. That's true. But to me, it's like, the teams usually, after a couple of minutes, you're going to know who you want. Come on.
Yep.
It don't take you 4 minutes when you should have your board up there. To me, when it takes them a long time, somebody's contemplating a trade to them or something like that, so they're thinking. But I'm like,
or they're having to ask their owner.
Yeah, but you have your board set. This is the first available player.
Months in advance.
Yeah, you know who you want. So if your player is there, just like I believe that the Jazz took Taylor Hendricks to keep the Thunder from getting him. That's what
Yep.
I think they did. Because now you go ahead and you trade for John Collins,
Oh, that
same
that happens in
guy.
hockey all the time.
Same guy. I'm like, dude, but they did that on purpose, which is
Oh,
fine.
yeah.
I mean, they got a good young player, but he was going to develop much better, much quicker in Oklahoma City. But the Jazz are playing the long run and long game and going, no, we're not going to give you anything, Thunder. We're going to try to keep you because I think that's more or less they're feeling like that's who their competition is to get better or move in front of.
Yeah.
Because, and we're going to go into detail more once the draft and stuff's done and once Summer League starts and we get a good feel. Then I'm going to say, okay, this is where we'll do our per divisions on where we think everybody's going to go. But the Jazz and Thunder are going to be right there together. I believe we're in the Pacific. Is that where we were? I don't remember where
Yep,
we are.
I believe so.
I don't remember where we are. But anyway, I think we're going to have
Yep,
a nice
and then
little.
they had the NHL awards the other night, which was nice. Connor McDavid from the Edmonton Oilers, Connor
Yep.
McJesus. He took most outstanding player.
You
And
were
then
supposed to
also
send
the
that to me,
MVP.
by the way. You forgot to send that to me so that I could have. I know.
Correct. I definitely forgot.
I mean,
So,
I would have a nice graphic up here that would say blah blah blah, and the people could watch it. But no, Ben, you did not send me that. You're
Nope.
slacking
I'll
on
send it
your
over to
duties,
you
there,
right
bro.
now. We'll do it tomorrow.
And my guy Brantley Cowan, I don't know what the hell he doing over there. He's sitting over at the bar. I don't know what Brantley doing.
Probably
over
having
there.
wings.
Yeah,
Probably having wings.
he ain't having no wings yet. Don't be looking at mine. Mine are covered up over here. He's over. I don't know what he's doing. He's sitting at the bar having issues. That's how he is. That's what he's friends with that OSU guy Brendan Manzer. So that's kind of what that is. That's
Got to keep your head on the swivel.
Yeah, you got to keep your head on the swivel. Well, Brendan's probably working right now. I love it. All right, my brother. Well, I may see you tonight there at Cats. I might get the big boy and bring him out so he can run around a little bit. If not, I'll probably see you tomorrow for sure because it's Thursday.
All right, brother. I'll be there.
Bro.
You have a good one. Cheers.
Cheers to you. It's my guy Ben Dillman, High Stick Harry. Oh wait, Ben.
Yeah.
Hey, we forgot to do Drew's deal.
Oh yeah, let's go and do that.
Yeah.
He's already won. I know the Braves already won.
Yeah, the Braves already won. So anyway, he's got the Braves minus 159. He's got the Yanks, my Yanks minus 150. The Phillies money line 131. Man, this my new light I got, Ben. It's just I can't really see. I can't. Well, the angle is I can't see my screen that well. You know what I mean? I mean, it's because of the way that the screen is set. Okay, I'm on 131. Okay, I just need to move my screen. Why don't I try that? Then the Pirates, money line minus 142. The Mariners, money line minus 250. He's got the Twins and the Braves, and he's taking them over 10. Him and his Braves, he loves those Braves, don't he, Ben?
Yep, plus money.
Did they win? What was the score?
10,
did it go over?
The over 10 did not hit, but the money line did hit.
So you're 50-50.
It was 3-0 was the final score on that one.
Okay, so you broke even. So it's not a bad deal at all. And then
depends on your units. Depends on your units. Always try to bet the same units, people.
Yep.
Don't ever like go out, bet, if your normal unit is $25, make sure you're not betting one game $60, another one $25.
Don't do like the NBA, the NFL player who lost $8 million.
Don't do that. Bet your same unit every time, and if it says a half unit or 1 unit or 2 units, then it's a good bet. But like if it's a half unit, probably bet your half, bet your $13.50 or whatever it is. So go ahead.
Yep, and then you got Tigers Rangers over 9.5. Now, what are your feelings? And we're gonna talk about this real quick. Now, what are your feelings with the NFL now? You're giving these guys a year suspension, going, hey, look, you're gonna lose all your money, and you're suspended for a year.
Oh, I mean, I don't know if a year is really honestly like enough, but like so Ridley was like the big one. Like they should have given him like 2 years or 3 years or maybe lifetime.
But he came back last year. He was not the same.
No, I know, and I'm saying they probably should have just given him a lot like a lifetime. I think so. Like if you do that, then all these young guys aren't coming in. They're not worried about.
That's not.
I feel like you have to smack somebody. I mean, I know it sucks to say, but
you can't be doing it. Really lost $11 million.
Yep.
By sitting out the year, and these guys are all lose. That's money. That's money's gone. You don't.
Well, I know. Do them another year and see if these guys really want to go. I just don't think that is enough. Like clearly it's not. There's a lot more people that are coming out. I mean, and maybe
Well,
technology is getting better too.
I think it's interesting that if you're a employee of a team, you can't gamble, but if you're a player, you can. I mean, that makes no sense to
Yeah,
me. I mean,
I don't think it does either. I don't think it does
just
either.
say you can't. If
I
you're an
understand
athlete, you
about.
can't gamble. If you're an athlete, you can't gamble, and
It
that
should be
just
in the. It should just be in their contracts. If you're signing a contract for a team, to be even a athletic, trainer or whatever,
uh-huh.
just put it in the
Just
contract and
say
just
you can't
say,
gamble.
hey, you're not allowed. Yeah, I mean, well, can't gamble on football
Yeah.
at least.
Well, but they're
You can
gambling on
gamble on
other
everything
stuff.
else.
But
Like
I mean,
he's not going to have any say in a hockey game, but a guy in Indianapolis where there's not
yeah,
a team. But I mean,
but being
don't let him
though,
do a football.
well, my
I
thing
don't
is
like
this also is that if you're a person that gets like that, you're easily, I don't know, I can't even think of the word I'm trying to use. You're one of those people who get sucked up and they just can't help themselves. A compulsive person. So if you're a
Yeah.
compulsive liar, or you're a
Well,
compulsive
we'll find
gambler,
out
or
real
you're a
quick, and we'll
compulsive
get them
drug
out of it.
user, or you're a compulsive drinker, or whatever it is that
Yeah.
you're compulsive of, you can't
Oh,
if you allow that tendency, gambling is going to take you under just like drugs or just like alcohol or just like whatever. If you get to that point, so to
yeah.
me, I just think they just do it like why is it okay for your players to do it but not your employees
So yeah, and I agree on the one like on
or
football.
staff
I
members? I
think
should
that
say
that's
staff members.
you know what I mean.
Well, the
I agree
question
with
is
that. Yeah, no, I agree with you.
why isn't any other sport that is being beat up like why is it only football?
Oh no, I'm
Yeah.
saying like
Well, isn't that weird?
they're not a part of the. So like say you play for the Arizona Cardinals, right? And you look up and the ticker's going off, and the Arizona Coyotes just won 3-1. You just won some money like that. I'm okay with that, but I'm not okay with them, doing it on their own sport. Like I don't think I think the entire
Okay,
sport
what you're
should be
saying is you can't gamble on your own sport.
correct because like like because I mean I know a ton of stories about guys in the NHL especially that did that exact same thing, and I think that's fine. You're betting on the New England Patriots, but you live in L.A. Like I don't think that should be a problem.
Uh huh.
But I think if it's your own sport, I think that's weird.
That's where it crosses the
Like
line with you.
that's yes, I think your own sport is the line.
Yeah, yeah. Well, these
That's
guys.
just me. That's just me.
Yeah, I agree. I just don't really understand it. I mean,
But
it,
some of these guys are trainers for two different teams. Some of these
yeah,
guys are a trainer for the LA Kings and the LA Rams. So
yeah,
like
that's
then
true.
then it's kind of getting weird. So yeah, like if you work in the facility, probably not. Probably not okay.
Yeah, probably not okay. I
Yeah,
agree.
exactly.
I agree. All right, brother. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir. All right, you have a good one.
You
Cheers, buddy.
too. That was my guy, High Stick Harry Ben Dillman, throwing his 2 cents in there, giving his expert analogy and breakdown, of course, of hockey and then basketball, baseball as well. So appreciate him. And then we want to thank Ned and Lindsay for allowing us to be up here today at Ned's Starlight Lounge. Of course, Wings Wednesday. Tomorrow, of course, is chicken, liver, and gizzards. On Thursday, man, if you haven't been here for that, hey, you got to come in and enjoy it. It is fantastic. In fact, I think next week we may have to come up and do it on Thursday just to be able to get it in. So that being said, everybody have a